So what is the final text therefore?
The same. It stays
Same?
as this is. Is
Are
that
we-
okay, Europe?
Accepted? So we go back to that. Can you read it finally? Underscoring that women are vital agents of change, holders of valuable knowledge and skills, and can be powerful leaders, both at international and community levels in climate change mitigation, adaptation, and in disaster risk reduction. Approve? Yes. No objections?
No objections.
Carry
Go.
it. Go. Next.
Huh?
Next sentence. Recognizing that climate change is one of the most urgent human security, ecological, and development challenges of our time, exacerbating migration and conflict.
Yeah. Pacific.
We have a runner.
We propose from the Pacific on that paragraph, second line, before migration, to insert the word involuntary migration. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Insert involuntary migration. In which para was this?
It's often in the official language forced migration. Is that okay? Or would you rather like, yes, forced migration? Okay. And you also brought in earlier recognizing that the impacts of climate change is, that came from the Pacific.
Okay, can I read it again? Recognizing that climate change is one of the most urgent human security and ecological and development challenges of our time, exacerbating forced migration and conflict. Force, that means they're being asked to get out of their island because it is sinking, right? That's the explanation?
And it had one addition, recognizing that the impacts of climate change, because that was the proposition of the Pacific.
Recognizing that the impact.
Impacts.
From East and Southeast Asia,
Yes.
there's an appeal to rewrite it as such as recognizing that climate change has been one of the most urgent human security. Has been.
Is.
It is also in the
It is.
future.
It is. It's
It
not
is.
has been. It is now.
Is and will be.
We also feel that we add
Has been should mean long time ago, ever since, until now.
Yes.
We just
Okay,
want-
let's take. Is it related to that? Something
yes,
else.
it's related
Okay.
to that point that in addition to exacerbating forced migration and conflict, also it increases poverty levels. So we wanted to add it there. Poverty
Increasing after.
and extreme poverty, in addition to increasing forced migration, conflict, and poverty as well.
Increasing poverty.
As a third element in addition to what you have.
So after conflict, you're saying, and increasing poverty.
Yeah. Exacerbating
Forced migration, comma, conflict, and poverty. Okay?
exactly. Thank you.
It should be exacerbating poverty, forced migration, and conflict. Okay.
There is another
So
word
any,
from-
yes, over here.
Okay, on the same issue, I want to bring up something which I thought is quite critical, and that is a statement like, which we...
Excuse me, hello.
Closer to the mic.
Hello? Hello? Okay.
Very close.
Now, related to the same issue, I propose that we bring in an issue. Actually, it's a highlight, that we highlight the issue that gender inequality is one of the causes for climatic change and disasters, something like that.
Can you repeat it? You say, is it right that you say that gender inequality is one of the causes of climate change? Is
No.
that what you said?
And disasters.
Okay. How is that now?
Can you propose a language, please?
That's what I feel. I'm just proposing. You may reject it.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, please.
From the statement, it seems that climate change causes conflict. Of course, it does, but considering the fact that war adds to climate change, the conflict, especially in war, adds also to the change of the climate. So I think war, especially war now, is everywhere.
We have
should
conflicts
also be-
also in the main text later on. So we try to cover it through conflict. Is that okay?
Yes, I think it
because
should-
it's internal conflict, external conflict, wars, etc.
Because the cause of the bombs, the landmines would also have climate change interaction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Two quick comments on this. Oh, the paragraph is gone.
No, they're trying to adjust so that they can see there and in the screen.
Okay, great. I understand that war actually does definitely cause environmental damage. That's a more direct cause, though, as I mentioned, of environmental damage than climate change. So that the inverse causality there might not be appropriate here, but I think addressing the loop, the loop cause and effect of environment and conflict in general might be addressed later. And I just wanted to clarify that the beginning of this paragraph has been changed due to
Yes,
contributions to say recognizing. Can somebody write this down in the back?
Yeah. We're just
Recognizing-
changing computer.
Recognizing the impacts of climate change are one of the most urgent, etc. Thank you.
With these changes, sorry.
Okay. So, what is the final conclusion?
Recognizing that the
Impacts
impacts of
of climate change are among the most urgent human security, ecological and development challenges of our time, exacerbating extreme poverty, forced migration and conflict.
So, are we together? So, agreed on that paragraph now? Okay, accepted. Carried. Next. From the regions, any interventions, comments? Pacific, please. Here.
Number 4,
runner, please.
highlighting the close link between climate change adaptation.
Line 3 of that paragraph, starting with highlighting, we propose to insert better protect.
Please read completely, highlighting the close link between climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction. And the Hugo framework of action provides a guide to protect. What do you want to?
To better protect. So it reads now, highlighting the close link between climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction. There is a typo there, for which the Hyogo framework of action provides a guide to better protect our societies and economies.
Okay, next sentence. Any comments?
Okay, oh, sorry, there's there in the back, Sony.
Acknowledging the findings of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that climate change impacts will vary among regions, generations, ages, classes, income groups, occupations, and genders, and that those living in poverty and most marginalized will be disproportionately affected. Please include, according to the suggestion, after poverty and most marginalized.